Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Justin Russell and I'm currently the acting chairman for Catterick Garrison Football Centre. I thought it was about time that we introduced ourselves into the social media marketplace and tell you a bit about the club, how things have changed within the club, where we're going, what we'd like to do, and a bit of thanks to people and really a Christmas message at the end of the day. So, firstly, we formed a new committee this year. As the club has grown over the years, we felt it was time to grow the committee, bring some more people on board, get some more ideas, help support the club better. So we formed a new committee and things have started changing. Our football teams play across Hamilton and the Teesside League, but of late more and more of our teams have moved over to the Teesside League. There's more teams in there, there's better player progression, and there's better experience for the young players that are coming up through the club. So that's seen a great turn in our players, how they're developing and how they're moving forward. We've also gained some new sponsors this year. Firstly, I'd like to thank a local company, Smith & Graham Partnership, who kindly sponsored hoodies for all our junior teams this year. So that's great, it's lovely. We've got our name on a hoodie and we've got a local company that's supporting us. So the players have got some free kit, but it's also good for advertising for both ourselves. We've also gained sponsorship this year from Hilary Meredith Solicitors, who are an armed forces legal specialist, and they've sponsored all our coaches' uniform. So all our coaches are now kitted, and again it's joint sponsorship, so people will see us around the country possibly working with them. We've also started a new men's adult Sunday team. And thankfully on that case, one of our existing sponsors, the ACE Group, who are helping us with another project which I'll discuss briefly later on, they kindly stepped forward to say they would sponsor the adult team as well as the junior team. I'd also like to thank, not forgetting, all our other sponsors who have been involved with the development of the club over the years. Thank you for all your continued support. It's we're grateful of your support. Recently we've formed a partnership with the local schools, which is, again, it's great for us as a club, but it's also great for the local community. We're working with the schools, we're helping develop young players who are coming up through the primary schools, and boys and girls, because girls are into a mix. We have mixed teams, so girls play in, but next year we're putting together a girls team. So if there's anybody out there that's in the Catterick area that has a daughter that has a keen interest and wants to play football, please send them to the Catterick Garrison Football Centre. This year also saw we gained some great publicity this year during the Tour de Yorkshire. So we got involved with another sport, but gained some publicity. We did a nice mosaic on our football fields, which was televised when the helicopter flew over. So some nice publicity for the club. One of our sort of shortfalls we've had over the last few years is we've made tea and coffee. Somebody's come up with a made tea and coffee, but we've not really had any facilities. Michael Judd, one of our club development officers, spoke with AWS, who kindly have given us their kitchen facilities now. So on match days we can now provide refreshments, food and drink for our teams, but more importantly for the teams that are travelling here to watch their young children or juniors children play football. So we've now got that facility as well. And lastly, I'd like to say some thanks. I'd like to thank all our coaches who help the club and support it on a voluntary basis. That's from coaching, committee, myself, all our supporters of the club, and parent helpers. We all do this on a voluntary basis for the good of young boys and girls that want to get off the streets and do something more proactive, do some sport and do some exercise, and all for the good of their growth. So that's a thank you to our coaches and our committee. I'd like to thank our sponsors, who without their support we wouldn't be able to grow the club. I'd like to thank the players themselves, all the way from small children, so under sixes, all the way up to our adult teams. I'd like to thank them for their support, for attending training and for attending match days and helping us win trophies, hence what is behind me. It's great to see, it's lovely, it's wonderful. But I think probably most importantly, I'd like to thank the parents, because without you, we wouldn't have players arriving for matches. We wouldn't be able to plan, we wouldn't be able to say how we're going to grow because of the amount of players. So I'd like to thank the parents. Thank you very much for your support, it's great. Lastly, I mentioned the age group earlier on. Next year we're hoping to get planning permission to have our own pavilion, which will have changing room facilities for the teams. It'll have food facilities, and it'll all potentially have a balcony so people can actually have a drink, be in a room where in an area where they're not going to get wet, and they can relax and watch their children play football. And the ACE group have helped us with that. And we've developed on social media now. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're just launched on Instagram, and LinkedIn won't be far away. So if you want to find out more about the club, please check out the social media, because we're there, and any changes that happen in the club and football scores and developments we think should be there, you can find us on social media. And lastly, I'd just really like to say a big thank you once again, and I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.